Alright, so first off I wanted to start out, because I haven't seen this on any other videos. This is the shifter, the stock one. We're sitting about 6 inches, just a little shy. But I have a little KartBoy shifter on here, so I'm going to take that off. And the stock shifter will actually be a little bit higher. Check it out.
I do like the weight of this. Here we go. This is the stock shifter.
In first gear, we're about 7 inches, approximately 7 inches. But I'm going to install a KartBoy shifter. I've checked out a bunch of videos on how to do this, so hopefully I don't fuck it all up. I mean, excuse me, mess it all up. So, I guess we're supposed to start back here with a couple of screws. Sorry if it's a little dark, I'm in a parking garage. There it is. It's just a gentle pry up. And you got that Phillips head screwdriver right here. Or Phillips head screw, I should say. This is the driver. Slide that back and you can get it out of the way. So now we have to figure out how to pull this out. Oh, it's just straight up. So supposedly this piece comes up and out. Oh, there it goes. You pull back. So it's up here and then back here. Then you got this little boot here. There's 2 white Christmas tree clips, as I call them, holding this boot down. So you want to remove those. They're a little different, so you can just pop them right off your fingers. Just push down on the plastic around it, the rubber, pull straight up. Now this boot should come off. There it is. So I'm told this is a 12mm on both sides. So I'm going to get myself a ratchet and a box open-end wrench and unscrew this. Alright, so it is. It's a 12mm. Put the ratchet on one side, box on the other side to hold it. Finish it off with the fingers. Now get the shift arm out of the way. There's a C-clip down there that we're gonna have to take out. Now if you have a pair of C-clip removers, you can use those, but I don't. So I'm gonna use a screwdriver, this small little screwdriver with a different fitting on it. I'm gonna try to walk it on out. Alright, there it is. Little C-clip. There's grease on it, so make sure you don't get it all over your seat. I'm pretty sure you're just gonna pull straight up. Oh, there it is. Now there's grease on the end of this ball too. And that ball went inside of this here. So the ball was inside of here and the C-clip held it in place. The C-clip's right here. So I'm just gonna try to take this grease here because I don't have any extra on me. I prefer to, but I'm gonna take this and transfer it onto the other one as best as possible. And there's still grease in the hole, so it should be fine. Okay, so here's your old shifter. So here's the KartBoy shifter. Alright. And here's the stock, which you can see they're approximately about 1 inch shorter than the other. Okay, lined up. I went with KartBoy because it's just solid. I liked it. It was one piece. The cob one looked pretty sweet too. It had different adjustments, so you can probably get it lower than KartBoy, but I figured, you know, how low do I really need it? I'm not running drag races here or whatever, but at the same time, I didn't know like how reliable the screws were, and if you stripped one out, because you have all these adjustments, you have to make sure you can get in every gear. This seemed just a little bit simpler. So within the new one, you have this hole here where its pivot point is, and then you have to get this stuff out of the old one. So there's kind of like this sleeve in here, and this cylinder that comes out. Okay, and then I'm told that we got to pop these plastic things out on the side too. So I think we might be able to work these out with this screwdriver right here. Yep, just kind of work it one way, work it the other way. You might have a better way to do this, but there's more than one way to skin a calf, as I learned over here. So it came out a little bit, so I'm going to try to just pull it out. And there it is. And then you have the other one. And this one I'm just going to push from, no, let's do it the same way. It worked well. Sweet. Pull it on out. Alright. So now I'm just going to take this grease with my finger and I'm going to lather it off of it. There's a nice chunk on the bottom. I'm going to start to put it on here. Put it on the bottom. I'm going to rub this around here. Get it all nice and lubricated. I think my wife's coming. Hold on. So then put this all over here, make it nice and slippery. That's my wife. She actually bought me this for Christmas. She's great, isn't she? Anyway.
What are you filming?
The installation. Alright, so here we go. So we're just going to put this back together in reverse order. This is supposed to go over here. There it is. Rub that grease back on there. And we'll put it back down in the hole. It just drops right in. Feels nice and slippery. Now we gotta get this O-ring, this C-clip back in. If you have the tool, it's a lot easier, but I don't have mine anymore. So you want to just kind of work the one side in, and then take your screwdriver, your little Phillips head you got in here, or whatever you use, and walk it down. At one point, you should hear it click once it's in the proper position. There it is, it clicked into place. Just make sure it's in there good. Last thing you want to do is pull it out, give it a little tug. It's good to go. And then these little circle things we took out, put these back in. You could have put them in when it was out, obviously, but I didn't think about it. Just slide one on each side. And then put the metal brace in between. This is there so when you tighten down the screw, it doesn't force this stiff. Now we'll reinstall the bolt and nut, 12mm, back the way it came out. I'm just gonna make it a little snug. There you go. I'm gonna check it real quick to make sure she's not too stiff. Oh yeah, I can already feel it's shorter. Just always remember, if there's something you don't like later on, you know, this wasn't like a hard project, so you can pull it apart real quick. There's a little bit of squeak in there, but I'm gonna see if it goes away over time. If not, I'll get back in there with a little something, grease her up. What's going on here? Oh, I think we're supposed to pull it out that far. It kind of looks like a blown out O-ring. Slide this back over. Put the white clips back on the studs. When I'm putting things back in place, I always like to look at them to make sure the clips are right in place, and we know we're going in the right way. Just gently push it into place. And we'll slide the console back up. There's a tab here that's going to go into. Make sure the leather's out of the way so we don't mess it up. Remember, when you're tightening these screws, they're a metal screw in a plastic holder, so you don't want to try to make it too tight. You just want to snug it up a little bit, and that's good. Or else you'll strip them out, and they'll always spin. And this should just clip back down. There it is. Make sure you get the side here. Something's going on here. What's going on here? There we go. And we'll put these screws back in here. You can either use like a driver to put the screws in, or a screwdriver. I'd probably prefer a driver next time, but it still works as long as you don't strip them all out. I'm actually gonna grab a 10mm. Make sure this is good. Alright, so on these back ones, if you don't want to use the screwdriver, because I felt like if I tried too hard, they might, start to strip out. I'm gonna put a 10mm in here, which will work more in my favor. Whenever working on anything in the car, it's always better to take your time than try to rush it. And once again, don't over tighten interior pieces. You just want them snug, because if they vibrate one day, you can always tighten up just a little more. But if you tighten them up too much and you strip out the hole, you're done. I mean, I'm sure you could figure something out, but I like to keep it professional. We'll reinstall this knob. I'm actually getting a new knob here pretty soon. Oh yeah, I can't wait to get my new knob. It's going to be even lower.
Maybe not. Damn, this thing goes down far.
This is just an acrylic KartBoy knob. Let's see what we got here. Look at that. First gear, about 5 inches, just about an inch lower. That's with the KartBoy knob. The factory knob was at 7, so I bet with the factory one would be about 6. But whatever, it's shorter. I like it. I think that'll be good. We'll do a test drive maybe later. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. I'll keep posting up these videos, and I'll show you when I get my new shift knob. We'll put that bad boy in too. Later.